The first thing is going to introduce yourself, and then talk about your group in that, and say I'm with the Sean Whitman's group, 11 o'clock. We meet in the common grounds at our downtown campus, and we our mission project, which you know about. Give me a little information about that too. We're currently serving and tell us the name of it and what exactly your group does for them. And then we'll go to the next question. Okay?
Okay.
That's easy. And then make sure you don't look there. Try not to look here.
Okay.
Look
That's
here.
right here.
I know. It was cuter. All right? Pick
Okay.
the cuter one.
Okay. I'll do my best.
You're tough competition. You really are. You really are. Are you ticklish from the bottom of your feet? Can I get a little smile? A little smile. All right, rolling?
Yep.
Rolling. All right. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and the group that you're in?
My name's Tyson Sliger, and I attend Sean Whitman's class at the 11 o'clock hour at the downtown campus. Our outreach program is sponsoring Bridging Lives, and it is a group home for teenage girls, a foster care program. And we do something for them monthly, and we donate something monthly just to show them some of God's love, because they really, being in foster care, they need some extra TLC, and we're happy to do that.
Now, your involvement with groups, I liked when we talked before, you said, you had visited a couple groups, and I really want to talk about how you were young in the faith,
Yes.
but you felt comfortable asking questions. So I'm going to go
Yes.
down that route. So
Okay.
tell us about your experience with small groups.
In small groups, when we first came, God plugged us into a group that really made me feel like I could ask questions without feeling intimidated by it. So the answers were there, and the people that were more seasoned in their walk embraced that and really explained things to me when I felt like I didn't understand or needed more clarity on what it meant.
And talk about that. Sometimes you would ask questions. Here's the person sitting out there. I don't want to go to the group because everyone in there knows a lot, and I'm the only one that's not going to know a lot. And so I'm going to feel stupid. But you can sort of identify with that because you're saying you were new to the faith, and so I want to bring that out. So saying,
Okay.
I know most people would feel intimidated going to group, and I understand that, and I
Okay.
go from there.
I know most people would feel intimidated by going to a group because I was there, and when I went and was able to express that I was new in my faith and I had a lot of questions and I needed some answers and I needed some clarity on the Bible and how to apply that to my life, it really helped enrich me in that way, and my husband as well.
How does your group help you through, say, like some personal struggles that you're going through?
Well, right now, the group that I'm in, we all...
You okay? Yeah. Okay. Tell us about your group right now and your struggles.
The group right now that we're in, I have a lot of people in our group that are really in the same ages and stages of life, and so a lot of us have young children, and so we can laugh about it, we can cry about it together, and I'm not alone in walking the walk and trying to figure out how to do that. I'm struggling with the response to that. I'm struggling.
Well, you said it before, we get to laugh together, we get to cry together. We're all going through the same life experience at the same time, and that's really helpful. Sometimes you feel like I'm the only one going through this.
Right.
I think that's what you want to say. Well, let's give it another try, because I think you hit some of the points.
Go sit down, girls. Thank you. You're
Everybody
distracting
wants
me.
to be on camera.
I know.
So tell me how the group helps you through the similar life experiences that you're going through.
Well, the class that I'm in now, we all have small children. And so it helps because we can laugh together, we can cry together, we're all feeling and traveling down some same experiences, and it helps that we're in it together, that we can support each other in prayer, that we can come together as a group and love on each other, because I may be up one day and they may need that, and I may be down one day and I need their help. And so it's been great that we can come together and bond on that level.
Yeah, that's good. Now tell me why I should still have faith in Georgia Bulldogs.
Because your blood runs red and black and you have no choice.
Well, it's running red right now. It's boiling red. It's boiling a little orange too, I think, from being in Clemson.
Well, and I can understand why.
Your husband is also new,
Yes.
right, to the faith. Does he sort of share some of these similar experiences?
Yeah, that's actually part of the transition as we were trying to find a group when we came, because we want to make sure that we can, it's not in finding a group where we can have friends that we can hang out with outside of church, not just come to church and wave hi to everybody and leave, but that we could have similar interests with, and to have, again, because we all have small kids, it makes it easy to have the same issues and have similar interests as you come to find out those other things too. So yeah, we're enjoying finding that and nurturing those relationships.
Good. Probably won't use that last part because it was a big sweet coo that went through that one. That was good. That was good. Thank you. Think of anything else, Dan? Okay. All right.
No
You're
pressure.
cute. I'm not gonna have any more children, but I'm gonna have grandchildren. I hope one's like you someday. I don't know when.
Someday.
You're
Okay.
cute too. I don't want to take anything away from you.
You know how it goes. You have that many.
Thanks
Okay,
for
so are we all
stopping by.
set? Is there anything else you'd like for me to do?
Nope, it's all good.
All right, awesome.
How'd that look? Are you the directors? Huh? You're not the directors?
Watch your shoelaces, Emily, so you don't fall. Girls, get the books that Pastor Troy gave you so you can give them back.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Did you read them?
This is gonna be easy, fun, hopefully fun. We'll find out. Basically, this whole month we're talking about small groups.
Okay.
And small groups are a place to learn, grow, be there for each other, that kind of thing. And so we bring a whole bunch of people in, actually, kind of get, what's your
Collage.
small group? Yeah. And because each one has, kind of like me, I'm younger, and so I see small groups a little differently than someone who maybe's
Right.
been in the same small group for 15 or 20 years, something like that. So, and there are those people that have been here forever and all eternity. So, we're trying to get a mixture of stuff. And so, basically, I'll ask you simple things like, what's the name of your small group?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's-
we'll skip that one.
Yeah, it's whatever Troy's small group is. So I don't
Okay.
think we've
Officially
named it. We've been doing it for many years, as long as I can imagine. So okay.
Yeah, and then you guys have a mission project?
We have. Hold on, let me turn my phone off. I apologize. That's my daughter. I don't know what our mission project is. I mean, we do a project every week where we go out to Olympia High School and we feed the football team.
Mhm.
And then either Troy or one of the other men leaders do a lesson, a devotion,
Mhm.
and then from there we you get opportunity to interact with the high school football players and all those guys, and
Yeah.
we feed them and that sort of thing. So that's always fun.
It's the big ones are kind of what does small group mean to you, and how has this being in a small group affected you, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And so that'll be the meat and potatoes of this one.
Okay.
So I'll take a second to think about it, kind of.
Okay. Are we rolling now?
Yep.
Okay. Having recently learned my wife has a brain tumor, we've had the opportunity to really be embraced by our small group in a way that you really don't expect or hope to anticipate, because it's a bad circumstance. But the littlest things, from food to even a couple of guys came by and mowed my yard today. So they reach out and touch you in ways, and I kind of look at it, the community at large is really good at reaching out and helping, but your home group does triage. They kind of land on you in that immediate moment, and they kind of divide and conquer and carry you through the process so you can kind of get your wits about you and what's going on. And that's where we are now, is we've gone through kind of the shock and awe aspect of it, and the home group has enabled us to get through that. And so now we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're able to plan, and the group's still there and doing a tremendous amount of stuff to support us. But they don't carry you, they drag you through the hard stuff sometimes, and that's what you need. That's what the home group, and that's what it's done for us. We've done the go to home group and done the social and done the fellowship and helped out and done the trips, but we've never had a personal need like that, or never reached like that. And this is the giving without the asking and all that. And we've done our part in the past before, and we've enjoyed it, but you never expect to be on the receiving end of it. And so it's very it's kind of like the benefits of your insurance policy. You don't really know what your benefits are until you need them. And the benefits of home group really became very clear in this instance in our life. So that's my take on home group.
And that was perfect. And that was that easy.
Okay, perfect. You need any other questions?
No, that's it.
First question, I kind of like the format that Peggy established. Here's who I am. So my name is Les. I'm in the Nike Brand small group. When do they meet? 9:30. Have you been involved in any of the mission projects that they've done with the women's shelter?
Have not.
You know about?
Mm-hmm.
And if you just want to mention that too,
Okay.
And maybe just talk about the group real quickly. It's a very there's all ages in it. It's a very welcoming group, and they have a mission project that they go to the women's shelter and they take a meal there every so often. And you can just mention all that, and then I'll ask you the next question after that. So just kind of an introduction of you, who you are, and your group.
Okay, and I'll just tell you what I did too, and what I reflected back on is how long I've been in this church, and attended some other classes, beginning with a newlywed class with the Millers and the Mathesons, and I've led a few, and there's some couples I've seen really take
Okay.
leadership roles out of there.
That's good.
So I don't know if
If
you want any
we'll do
of
the
that or
first
not.
part, and then we'll say, tell us. I'll ask you another question, and you can do
Okay.
that,
All right.
and then I'll ask you maybe another question.
You got it.
So we're rolling, and you just talk directly to me. Just
Okay.
tell me more about that. Introduce yourself and tell us about your group.
Okay, my name is Les Sherman, and I attend the Branham class. And the Branham class is a mix of age groups from 30 to, I don't know the oldest person in there, and I don't care, because it is so full of wisdom and hugs and good food and things of that nature.
Tell us about the mission that they're doing.
Okay. We've got a project called the Battered Women's Shelter that...
Let's do it again. Just take out battered.
Okay.
Because they don't like to be battered.
All
They
right.
just like to be women's shelter.
Women's shelter.
Tell me about your mission group.
All right, we've got a group called the Women's Shelter that's located downtown, and the Branham class has been involved in it way before I became part of that class. And I haven't had an opportunity to participate in it, but it's been a long-standing mission in the inner city that they've been involved in, and I look forward to helping with it in the future.
say that part again, but don't put the part in you haven't done it. Well, people don't need to know that. Just say it's a great project. They give a lot of help to it.
Okay.
Tell me about the mission project.
Yeah, the Branham class has been involved with the Women's Shelter, which is a downtown inner city program, and it's just a great project that we've been very involved with over the past several years, and it's exciting to go, and it just makes you feel so good when you are a part of that.
All right, now you're lying. You're flat out lying. Okay, that's fine. It's all for advertising, right? You've been in small groups a long time. Give me a little history of your involvement in small groups up to Branham's, and then we'll talk to that about that.
Well, I reflected on that last night after you called and asked me to share it, so
They don't know I'm sitting over here,
Okay.
so we won't use that part.
So I've reflected on that, and it all started in 1992 in a newlywed class. I found that I was in there with some couples that I remember, Dean and Leisha Miller, and Rob and Sandy Matheson, among others. And it was a great class, and we were very close in there, and we attended that class, and I've attended many since then.
And so you've been involved with small groups for a long time. Recently, how has your small group experience, how has it helped you in, say, the past year?
Well, I have thought about that, and I have realized that I suffer from a chemical imbalance. And 2010, I really went through a very difficult time after being married for over 20 years. I went through a divorce and really walked away from the church, walked away from God, and walked away from my Bible study. And when you do all of that, you're asking for trouble. And I experienced some of the darkest times of my life. And in January 2013, I came back seeking some answers. And as getting involved in a Bible study group, I found the Branham class. I was looking for wisdom specifically. And what I found in there was a lot of wisdom and a lot of love, just what I needed to get plugged back in to God, to the church, to my Bible study groups.
Give me some practical things that group did for you, whatever you're comfortable sharing. Tell me give me some of the practical things they did for you.
First of all, they just loved on me. They didn't, when I say that, they didn't come up and love on me, but they met my needs. They met me where I was. They didn't condemn me. They never mentioned anything about my past or any challenges I'd had. They simply met me where I was, started new with great food, with great lessons, reaching out to me. Certain individuals stepped out in that class to really reach out to me through helping me to use my hands and find a job and to get myself plugged back into the community.
I know the group was also, I know they prayed a lot for you, and you leaned on them during a lot. Speak a little bit about that, of how they met your practical needs through the job. Tell me about how they met your, I want to say, your supernatural needs.
Yeah, they met my spiritual needs. I knew they were praying for me. And on several occasions, I had to pick up the phone and literally call a few of the members of that class, and they would leave from their home and come and sit and talk with me for hours at a time. And so they were praying for me, they were taking action physically, spiritually, and emotionally.
So, give me one last thing. There are probably people out there that are listening and are identifying with you, and they may be a little hesitant about being in a group. And I know you were a little hesitant too. Tell me how you overcame your hesitancy and why other people should also.
We all wonder what's outside the sanctuary doors. And the first step in finding out is just walking down the hallway. And you don't have to plug into the first group that you walk into. It's just like anything you do in business or anything you do in entertainment in your life. You're going to find certain groups that you may not mix with, certain ones that you feel very comfortable with. And I would encourage you to seek that one out. Visit a few, and you'll find that it'll be the best thing you ever did.
You were hesitant, I think, to be maybe transparent, because that's really what a lot of people don't join a group because they're afraid, oh no, they're going to look inside me and people aren't going to like what they see. But you overcame a lot of that. So speak about that fear of transparency that you found being real, being open was really the best way.
Well, what you do in that situation is you don't need to fear that people are going to put you on the spot when you walk in there, because that just doesn't happen. But what you'll find is as you listen, other people have been through a very similar circumstance and maybe the same thing that you're going through. And so hearing that allows you to be able to open up and relate to it. And you may end up helping someone else more than they help you.
Awesome.
All right.
You said some great things. Yeah. Our mission project is Bethany Christian Services? Bethany House? What do they
Yeah.
call it?
Well, we haven't done that in over a year. We haven't done anything, so it's been kind of a
Well, they're always talking about it.
disappointing. Yeah, we haven't.
They're always trying to do something, I know. They may not do something, but they're there and
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
So we work with the Bethany House, helping them with their facilities and any other needs they may have. That's it. And then I'm going to ask a question more specifically about you, but let's get that part out of the way and we'll be good.
Okay.
All right. Rolling? And you're going to talk to me, not the camera, because we're
Right.
just having a conversation, right?
Yes.
Just like we always do.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Tell us who you are and what group you're in.
Lydia Pace.
Why don't you say hi?
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, tell us what group you're in.
Hi. I'm Lydia Pace, and I go to the Ron and Jenny Goins group. Also, Mike and Amy help lead that group as well. We meet every other Friday, and it's mainly couples. I am the only single, but it's great. They take care of me.
What's your mission project?
Our mission project is the Bethany Christian Services. We've done a couple of projects for them, and then at times we collect items. They put out a want list, and we'll help with that.
How has being in that group helped you as a Christian?
As a believer, it has been helpful in that I love to go and hear scriptures and maybe new perspectives on certain verses. Right now we're going through a truth project with Focus on the Family. Dynamic teaching. Then afterwards, we discuss it and bring out our own personal examples, something that might expound on some of the truths that they spoke of. And that helps to concrete it in our minds and hearts.
Tell us what you've gone through recently and how the group specifically came to your aid.
I'm going through cancer right now. Throughout that, Jenny Goins specifically has been very helpful because we both have the same cancer. The day after Christmas, I started a stem cell transplant procedure. I was in the hospital for 15 days. And I had several couples come to the hospital and visit me. I had meals, even in the hospital. You get a little tired of the hospital food afterwards as well. Cards, wonderful cards. I know prayers. And then whenever they saw me, they were asking. And even now, they're very concerned, and that's great. It's really nice to know.
The kind of cancer is not a common cancer, is it?
No, it's a blood cancer.
And what are the odds that you would be in the same group as someone with the same type of cancer?
Jenny and I have known each other for many years, even before First Baptist Windermere. Our kids kind of grew up together. Then to find out that I had the same cancer that she had, she's about 3.5 years out from her stem cell transplant, was pretty amazing. And I figured the Lord wanted me to connect and stay close to her.
So you see, it kind of puts you in the same group together. You mean?
Yes, and I hope to be as much of an encouragement to her as she has been to me.
Talk a little bit about because you have Schaffhauser in there, and right?
Oh, he left. They left.
Oh, they're not in there.
Right.
Oh,
It's really gotten smaller,
who's in there?
actually.
Yeah.
Am I?
No, we're gonna cut that out.
Oh, sorry.
But tell me what you do fellowship-wise in terms of do you get together, hang out, or is that mainly centered in a group when you get together?
Mainly we get together as a group.
And
Yeah.
talk about when you get together groups. This is the thing about home groups that I love, and that is you eat together, you hang out, you got all this time. I mean, it's like a party, and then you get into the studies. So speak directly to that. Tell me about the fellowship times when you're together as a home group.
When we're together, it's good. It's wholesome, and that's the time where we get to see how each other reacts. We can kind of get to know each other's personalities besides home life, work life, etc. Start out with a meal. Sometimes I don't always make the meal because of coming from work, and then we go into the lesson, which is wonderful and great. Like I said before, always seem to take away something new. And then we have discussion afterwards. The discussion then leads into prayer time, and prayer time is very poignant. Nobody rushes you when they ask, how are you doing? How's work? They'll remember what happened or what prayer request was petitioned for last time we met. Jenny takes down, or somebody takes down notes. Mike, Amy, Ron, Judy, Dave, they're all fantastic. They remember and they know and they ask. It's great concern. So we all have time to let them know what's going on. And earnest prayer goes up after that. It's very fulfilling.
Great. I like how you said they're all couples and I'm single, and you just felt totally comfortable with that. And that's great, because I think we really want to encourage that you don't have to all be the same. You can be at different parts of your life and be accepted.
Well, and as far as outside activities, they're all in the choir or band, and I'm not. So they all have their activities, and they all get to see each other throughout the week, which is a great blessing. But I'm, like I say, I work full-time ahead of the home, so
And do you sing?
alone.
Okay, maybe you need to join the choir. That's the message here,
That's-
right?
It might be. Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. It could be real important. Might be a trip to Israel.
It could be. Yeah, we're calling people randomly with free trips to Israel. Kidding.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, first tell us who you are, and tell us a little about your group.
All right. My name is Peggy Johnson. I have a small group
Uh-huh.
that actually meets every other Sunday
Yeah.
at 5:30 at my house. And it's just blocks away from the main campus. So it's just a great place to meet.
Can we do this one more time? I mean, she called it downtown campus.
Okay,
It's a little offensive to Lakeside if we're the main campus.
okay.
So let's do it again. You're on a nice roll. Let's start
All
this
right.
again. Tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll directly to me. Tell us about you, and then tell me about your group.
Sure. My name is Peggy Johnson, and I have a small group. We meet every other Sunday evening at 5:30. We meet at my home, which is just about 5 blocks from the downtown campus. We have dinner to begin with, socialize, and then we get into our Bible study. Right now we're studying Luke, and We're led by Carl Clark, who is just enthusiastic, just a character, and brings a lot of pizzazz to our group. So we enjoy that very much. Then our mission is the Edgewood Children's Ranch. The Edgewood Children's Ranch, monthly we go there. We do prepare dinner, bring it to the group, or we do barbecues there. One of our things is that we have a collection of funny hats, and these funny hats the children love. We all put them on, the children put them on, and it's like just an icebreaker. But we leave there with so much joy that we just can't believe what we're getting from this. We are so blessed to have that, and we enjoy it so much. Our group, it was formed actually out of my husband and my need to have some good, close Christian relationships. These Christian relationships we were lacking. Well, he had a very charismatic personality, and he drew people to him, and I got to benefit from it. Over the years, through his illnesses, I can't tell you how much our small group stepped in. They prayed with us. They came to the hospital. They brought food. They just loved on us, and we knew that we had a group that we could just actually call anytime. Could you be here at a certain time? Could you watch Charlie? Could you do something for us? And they would be there. It was outstanding. For those of you who don't know who I am, Charlie passed away after 48 years of marriage. That same group was there beside me all the time. We had a celebration of life, and for his reception, they fixed food, they served, they cleaned up. They were there with support for us. You can't ask for anything more than that. If you aren't plugged into a small group, I have to tell you, you're missing out. You have to do it. You want a closer walk with Jesus, and this is the way you do it. You base yourself with Christian friends, and your walk is easier, more loving. It just couldn't be better. So don't wait. Get involved. Get with a small group. We'd love to see you at ours, but wherever, do it. Thank you. Love all of you.
Oh my gosh.
What?
She's knocked it out. She's like,
I'm sitting there going, okay, where are we going to edit this? It's like one
Oh,
take.
I don't know.
Peggy,
No.
that was awesome.
yes.
Plus,
Yes.
I mean, it was just seamless, and it was
I was
just
too
the sound was on. Please,
Yeah.
tell me.
Yes.
too nervous.
It was awesome.